Hello and welcome to this presentation on the power of automated marketing and how it can make a massive difference to your business. I am going to talk about the challenge in marketing and sales and why internet marketing and sales often fail, and then what we do to fix that, and then some examples of campaign maps. My name is William Getz. I'm the founder of Brainstorm Integrated Marketing. We have a presence in London and in Cape Town, and we work for clients in various parts of the world. I've always loved graphic design, marketing, advertising, and I appreciate that it is often frustrating for companies to get it right. And so I love help companies with the above and started Brainstorm 18 plus years ago to do just that. And I've worked with many different industries, property companies, banks, City of Cape Town, a company in Angola with IT, water filter company in America, UK, South Africa. I've worked with advertising agencies, a great variety of markets. So let's have a closer look at this. Someone comes to your website and they are an anonymous visitor. They leave your website right away. That's okay, they'll still get a score of 2 points. The system goes into the database that this anonymous person, whoever they were, got a score of 2. And we can do some advertising to bring them back to your website, some remarketing. And if they then view 5 pages on the website, then the marketing automation software will give them a score of 10. If they do more on your website, it'll give a higher score. If, for example, they view 5 pages and get a score of 10, then we can have a pop-up that'll appear that will say, how about joining our mailing list? We will give you something wonderful in exchange for doing that. So already we are qualifying the visitor. Already we are only displaying the pop-up for those people that have been on your page longer than others, because they are the people that are more likely to join up. And so it goes through the system, and if they have signed up, we will tag them as a potential customer. If they buy something straight away, we will tag them as a customer. And then, either as a potential or a customer, as they interact with your website, we can build a behavioral profile, either from what they declare they like by looking at what they click on in your newsletter or looking at what pages they visit on your website, or through their transactional data. Whatever they've bought, if they've bought one product, they're likely to buy a similar product, or we can cross-sell a complementary product for that product. And as they're interacting with your newsletter and with your website, we can give them higher scores, we can drop scores if they don't click on something, we can give them a lower score for a particular product if they didn't click on the link in the newsletter for that product. If they did click on the link for that particular product, we can give them a higher score for that product. It's a very intelligent system and it's very dynamic. It's limitless. We can build any kind of campaign based on your business process, based on the typical buying behavior of people who come to your website. So the challenge in marketing and sales is this, that it takes on average 7 contacts between a buyer and a seller before the buyer feels comfortable enough to do business with the seller. Now this is extremely difficult to do if you're a website and you've got potential thousands, hundreds and thousands, millions of people that might come to your site. How do you have multiple contacts with this person day in, day out? It's impossible. Why do you need 7 points of contacts? It's because customers are seldom ready to buy when you are ready to sell. They might be sick that day that you have a special on. They might be waiting for a contract to run out. They might have spent all their salary and they wait until next month to buy. How do you stay in contact with that person between the now when they can't buy and that day when they do want to buy? Very difficult. So you think, well, internet marketing is the solution, but there's some problems with internet marketing, and I think you'll be very familiar with the scene I'm about to sketch out for you now. So you build a website and it costs you money, but you're not getting many sales out of that website, or perhaps not many people are visiting the website. So you start some promotions to bring more people to the website. And the problem here is that perhaps the promotions are not doing that well. And so all that money that you're spending on promotions is still not delivering the people that you want to your website, and your website is still not making the sales that you want it to make. But let's say that people do come to your website. If you don't have the proper procedures in place, up to 80% of people will simply drop off your website because you're not dealing with the 7 points of contact. They're not just going to arrive at your website and buy straight away. But let's say someone does become a client or a customer. If you don't have the proper systems in place, you will lose them as well. If someone has bought something from you and a year later they want to buy again, will they go to a competitor? It's highly likely if you haven't stayed top of mind. So I think you'll agree that this is quite a bleak scene. So, how marketing automation fixes this? Well, firstly, we make sure you get your promotions right. With our experience and wonderful market research software that we have with A/B testing analytics, we make sure that you get a proper return on investment in your promotions to send people to your website. Then, when they arrive at your website, this is when the marketing automation really kicks in. We have intelligent, automated visitor engagement to stop people dropping off your site and to cater for this need to have 7 points of contact with a person. Then, when people have become your client or your customer, we have intelligent, automated customer relationship marketing with the same marketing automation software. So this same package will cater for all of this. And I think you'll agree that this is now a much happier looking diagram. So having a look again at that diagram and dividing it into 4 segments, the first segment is all about acquisition. The second segment is about educating your potential customer about your product, and they are educating us about what their likes and dislikes are. Then they purchase something from you, a sale is made, and then afterwards the customer relationship marketing, where we retain them, where we do more cross-sells, where we encourage them to invite their friends. I'd like to give you an example. Let's say you have an online shop and we want to do lead capture and lead nurture. And let's say that your online shop sells shoes. They arrive at your website, and through their behavior, they are showing that they are interested in your products. We could then pop up something that says, please give us your name and email, and give them something very valuable in exchange. Promise of first buyer advantages. You will be the first to know when our new shoe design comes out, or reward programs, whatever it might be, to encourage them to give you their details. Then we start the lead nurture progress. So we've built awareness because they've visited your site. Now we're going to increase their interest by educating them about the product. Then we will increase their desire by saying, here's a 15% discount for you, for example. And then we will encourage them to take action. This 15% discount is only available today. And a lot of this is done by email. Email is still one of the most powerful internet marketing platforms, and there are many reasons for this, and that's a whole presentation on its own. But for now, just know it's still very powerful, and all of this lead nurturing solves that problem of trying to stay in contact with someone regularly. You cannot do that manually. You need to have this automation software that'll very intelligently do it for you. So in an email, in a newsletter that you send, it says, hey, look at our new shoes. We see that the person clicks on that link and goes to that page. So now we're scoring them all the time. We're scoring them for opening the newsletter. We're scoring them for clicking on it because they're showing interest. We're scoring them on how long they spend on this page. And our software can put an advert that's tailor-made to that person. Special offer, 15% off these red shoes if you buy today. And this isn't an advert that we're hoping that Google puts onto your page because you're on a Google display advertising program. This is an advert that we create, and we don't mind if you have a WordPress site or a Magento site or an HTML site. We can create this advert that goes into that space that we provide. Now, John Smith, who's looking at the shoes, sees this advert, but he still doesn't buy. So we let the software wait a week, and either via an email or when we see him coming back onto the page, we can offer a higher discount if he buys today. Then, if John comes back to your site after buying red shoes and now is looking at orange boots, the software will tag him as someone who has bought red shoes and is now looking at orange boots. And we can put other kinds of adverts tailored towards the fact that, well, you've bought red shoes, you're a great customer, we'll give you a special on orange boots. Or we can cross-sell. Welcome back, John Smith. A special offer for our customers, 10% off green socks. Our system will know that he hasn't bought green socks from us, so it's a good idea to advertise the green socks. Clearly, John Smith is a very eclectic dresser. And this doesn't always have to be an advert on the page. We can see that if he visits the site looking at orange boots, we can send a one-to-one email automatically to say, hello, John Smith, we have a special on our orange boots, and it arrives in his email. So all this marketing automation is not only via newsletters. Our system can shoot off one-to-one emails, personalized and written according to what they were looking at on your website. The other thing that's very interesting is it can be anonymous engagement. If we see that a person is coming to your website and looking at orange boots and returns several times to look at orange boots, we can then put up an advert to say we have a special on orange boots if you buy today. We don't have to know who that person is. If they click on the buy now because they see this advert, then they are onto our system, and then we can go through a customer relationship marketing program to encourage them to buy other products, and based on what products they have already bought. How about another CRM example? Let's say that you are a water purifier company. Now with water purifiers, you need to replace the filter cartridge regularly. So let's say in this example that you have to replace the filter cartridges every 12 months. The system can automatically, you don't need to do this, it'll automatically send an email after 11 months to remind John Smith that he needs to replace his filter cartridge. So the email gets sent to them, it's personalized with his name, it will say, hey John Smith, you need to replace your filter cartridge. Because you're a great customer, we'll give you a discount. And this can also be tailor-made. If he is a better customer than others, you can offer a 20% discount. He clicks on the buy button, goes to the website. Once again, the website is personalized to him. We can say, hey John Smith, your replacement filter is due. We've got a great discount for you. Click now to buy. At the same time, our system will know that John Smith has only bought an under-counter purifier. So the system can say, well, hey John Smith, how about buying a shower filter? This is a special offer for our customers, 15% off. Very dynamic and intelligent system. What about a service industry? No problem, same thing. You do the same kind of lead capture, you do the same kinds of lead nurturing that is based on your business. Then when they become a customer, so let's say for example John Smith has bought business insurance from you, you send him a newsletter. In the newsletter you say, we have a wonderful blog about life insurance. We see that John Smith clicks on the newsletter, is reading the page. We wait, say 20 seconds. If he's still reading the page, then we can flash up an advert to say, hey John Smith, here's a 10% discount on life insurance. So it's really very dynamic and reacts to your potential customer or your existing customer according to what they have bought from you and according to their behavior on the website. And this automated marketing will work with any industry: online coach, financial advisor, charity, musician, peanut butter factory shop, business advisor, plumber, online wine shop. Different industries, same principle. All we need to do is create the journey that people will go through based on how they buy from you. So what I do is I sit with you and together we draw a map. Now I can't show you maps that I've drawn up for other clients because that's confidential, but I'll show you a map that I've drawn for my own company. So we do some advertising. It brings people to a page where there's a lead magnet to capture their lead details. Once they're on the system, there's an email autoresponder with several automatic emails. I don't need to send them out. They go out automatically. Some of them will encourage them to join a webinar. Perhaps it takes them to a landing page. Non-buyers go to a newsletter database. For those that do show interest, I will offer to do an audit on their internet marketing system. They can then book a meeting with me, and when they become a client of mine, my company earns money. And of course I have to say that their sales go up as well because I put these systems in place for them. And it doesn't need to stop there. We can create a campaign for a specific product that delivers qualified leads to you so that you or your sales team can close the sale. But we can create many campaigns within the same software that interact with other campaigns, and all of them together delivering qualified leads to you. And all of these campaigns just rinse and repeat. As people come in, they go through the system, they become a customer of yours. When the next person comes in, they go through the same system. So we can create a campaign per product, or per product category, or even per market segment. It is limitless. So the benefit of handing this to us is that you get on board a digital mechanic and a digital strategist, and we build you an asset. It is an automated marketing engine that is looping continuously, that is tried, tested, and perfected, because we get rid of the stuff that doesn't work and we optimize the stuff that does work. And this automated marketing engine is delivering qualified leads to you continuously. No more technical headaches for you. No more wondering why a marketing tactic did not work. Proper brand and design strategies, and you get time to focus on your product and service, the core revenue generating function of your company. All you need to do is add fuel, and by that I mean you just need to continue the creative advertising and promotion to bring people to your website and to bring present customers back to your website so that you can cross-sell. And that continuous advertising and promotions we can do for you. And you can, depending on your industry, you can enjoy increases in sales from 50 to 400%. I'm really pleased to be able to present this to you. I really love what I do, and I'm very excited to be able to do this for you to help you increase your sales. You can call me on Skype. If you're in the UK, you can call me on this number. If you want to call me directly and you're in other countries, of course, call that number as well. For my Cape Town company, you can call Gerald on this number anytime. He is our country manager. Or if you want to know more, click here to go to my website. Thank you for joining me today.